Julius Cho and Devin Mack go one-on-one in the cartoon, and Vlog is actually out of the tournament! I am Haru Ren. Welcome to my review of episode 21 of Geogan Rising. So spoiler warning, if you haven't seen this episode yet, go back and watch it now. But if you have, sit back, relax, and enjoy my review of Geogan Rising episode 21. The first part is Wynton vs Magnus. The next round of battles is taking place on Ventana, where we learned that Falcron didn't have friends or fond memories in Ventana, which explains why he was in Junk Island, and how he was sort of a prideful loner in the season since we got introduced to him. It's small and subtle, but it still was decent enough to get us into a deeper look into Falcron, even if it was very little. Falcron senses the artifact, so of course Dan and Drago go to get it, while Wynton faces Magnus, and apparently Vlog calls Magnus his ace card, which makes sense since Magnus is more stronger and experienced than any one of the rest of Team Vlog. You know, considering in real life Julius Cho and Devin Mack have a friendly rivalry in the Bakugan Pro game, this makes this little showdown all the more ironic and cool. I swear, I need an actual whole video of Julius and Devin playing the Pro card game and then using their voices that they use in the cartoon throughout the whole game. If we can actually get that, that would be the tits! Speaking of Julius and Devin, I really like the chemistry that they have here in this scene.
And I already have an idea. This can work.
Discussing strategy, huh? That won't work.
The battle actually is very enjoyable to watch because after the entire season of not seeing Magnus' full power that he has been constantly talking about, we actually see that he is very strong, constantly overwhelming Falcron, and even reflecting moves back at Falcron, really emphasizing that not only Magnus and Nilius got new power, but also learning new moves. Now, if only we actually saw that progress, then it wouldn't feel made up on the spot. And Magnus, throughout this entire fight, even considers Wynton weak and a waste of time since his primary focus is battling Dan Kouzo, something that would be the background narrative for this fight, and Magnus gets taken aback when Wynton uses a new strategy. I really like that Wynton's tactical side goes up against Magnus' pure power. Wynton's biggest strength is knowing Nilius is more powerful, so relies on strategy and focuses on Falcron's speed and expert in flying in the air to try and win. This battle, believe it or not, is actually really good and impressive. Usually it's very awesome to look at, but there is even story in the background. Magnus even sounds distressed when Falcron sneaks up on Nilius after Hyenix leaves, as if Magnus actually got beaten.
Nilius, guard!
Sonic Scream!
Nilius!
That actually fooled me for a second, but Nilius withstands it, hits Falcron with the Shadow Breath, and wins. And Magnus returns Falcron to Wynton as a sign of respect, and Wynton promises that he will win the next time they battle. God, this was actually really good. We continue with Ventana Adventure. Drago and Dan follow the light to the Ventus artifact that we saw in the inscriptions at the end of the last part, and this setting and establishing shot, I gotta say, is very beautiful, really giving us the world building of Astroya. I've praised this already in the previous review when they did it with the Aquas world, but I just have to bring it up again. It is just so glorious! The light is actually a connected pathway, and Dan and Drago have to fly checkpoint to checkpoint until they find the artifact. You know, throughout the entire episode, Jason Deline has a very calm demeanor in his voice.
It looks like the path to the artifact isn't just one straight shot. We just have to follow the light. That doesn't sound too hard. That's different.
Huh?
Okay, time to get it. The artifacts are made of a sacred power that protects each realm. We're trying to take that power, so it's only natural that they try to stop us.
When they're traveling and trying to solve the puzzle to the artifact, it's really feeling like we are being captured into this adventure, backed up with Jonah Weinberg's delivery.
Are you kidding me? We already followed the light, that's why we're here. Oh man, how many times are we gonna have to do this?
It really genuinely feels like we're there with them, watching all of this unfold and trying to make sense of the riddle while also exploring a new world. If they added some first-person camera shots into this, then I think it could have worked really beautifully to synchronize with the voice acting. It's really just the two voice actors really captures us into this environment.
See? Tornadoes! Endless wall!
Okay, the goofiness in the middle is notwithstanding. Meanwhile, Leah is up next, and unfortunately Vlog is not recovered from being Ultimate Vlog last time, so Reed has Strata come in as a substitute, which makes Vlog's nearly squishing Strata and denying him entry into the tournament all the more dickish.
We have never heard of a rule saying it's okay to use substitutes.
Why are you complaining, Leah? You've seen how Villa completely murdered a Jeeton Pinsator. I think anyone else is better to face. So this battle, Harpurian, voiced by Scott Law, doesn't listen to Strada and instead just does whatever he wants, which really seems like a reflection of what Fenneca was like when we first got introduced to her and she met Leah. This really seems like a battle where Fenneca is fighting her older self. Since Fenneca is dominating the fight, Strada summons Insectra and, okay, I gotta be honest, the monster design for Insectra kinda looks terrible. Something about the face just rubs me in the wrong way. I don't like it. But this battle is really a clash of styles. Strada prefers to keep in control over a Bakugan that refuses to listen, while Leah has adopted to Fenneca's style and gained Fenneca's trust and is able to achieve synergy with each other to the point of understanding what the other is thinking. This is actually an entertaining battle. Fenneca blinds Insectra and Leah summons Arachnia. Arachnia hits Insectra with a burning attack and then hits Harpurion with another and wins. Since Strada was Villoc's substitute, Villoc is eliminated from the tournament. Yeah, Villoc is totally going to betray everyone at the end. I'm totally calling it here. Meanwhile, Dan and Drago can't get past a pile of Venus flytraps, but Dan figures out that they need to allow themselves to be captured and thrown into a vine garden where they find the real Ventus artifact. I'm kind of getting tired of keeping up with the Greek mythology stuff, but I'm pretty sure that is the Bow of Artemis.
If you will join hands with us, we shall forever be your ally, friends to the end.
God, that is some Teo level friends till the end stuff there. And the episode ends with Drago getting the Ventus artifact. So that was episode 21 of Geogan Rising. Let me know what your rating of the show was in the comments down below. This was a pretty good episode. I think the highlights that really sucked me in was the battles, which makes sense. Wynton VS Magnus was the focal point of the first part, but I genuinely enjoyed what they did with it. Same with Leah vs Strada. They brought something new to the battle to make it more interesting so it doesn't feel like the same overused formula. In all honesty, this really serves as an example of how Bakugan battles in the reboot should be done, displaying awesome monster fighting while also keeping us immersed with subtle storytelling and twists. The episode overall was great for another part of the Judgment arc, and I was really immersed through the whole thing. So for this episode, I think it deserves a Bakutastic. Thank you for watching this review of Geogan Rising. Be sure to press the thumbs up and give us a subscribe for more awesome Bakugan content. I've been Haru Ren, and thank God for Rapid Fire. Bye!